Dean, you are a bit of a whiz kid on JUPIX, even though you don't work for them. What's the 3 biggest mistakes that people make on JUPIX?
I think the first one is when it comes to applicant qualification, and we spoke about this previously. One of the biggest mistakes in JUPIX is that there is a facility in JUPIX that I think allows frontline negotiators, probably consultants, and varying titles in that respect, to just get names and numbers. Okay. And I just think we are order taking there, and we are an industry now where we cannot afford to be order taking.
Let's be honest, people don't put themselves on mailing lists that much, so at least if someone's prepared to give you their name and number, let's get some details from them.
Exactly.
What's the second mistake people make? Managing
the inquiries. Within the dashboard, you'll have the inquiries section, and that will invariably bring in all the website leads, be it the portals or your local website. The information that will come in there will be quite basic because it's about them interested in property details, booking a market appraisal, booking a viewing. What I find on my travels is that a lot of people will literally contact that client. First and foremost, do they get hold of them? Secondly, if they do, they literally book the viewing in, and that's it. Okay. With no further conversation about getting more information.
What do you think bosses, because again, I talk to a lot of estate agency bosses, and a lot of them feel they're a bit out of control and probably don't know JUPIX as well as they should do. Mm-hmm. What could bosses do to not keep an eye on their necks, but ensure that JUPIX, because let's be honest, it's a lot of money, gets value for money out of them?
I think if they can if they know where to tap in on a daily basis to be able to filter out the records that have happened in the last 24, 48 hours and just get an understanding of the quality of the information that's in there, that will give them an immediate window on how their negotiations operate.
That's a Dino top tip on JUPIX. A manager every day or every other day, go in and look at actual records, but actually physically go in and have a look.
Go in and have a look.
Sounds pretty basic, mate.
And it is. You know, I've said this before. This is not a rocket science industry. I think sometimes we allow software to run our business. It's not. We should be running our business. It's an aid memoir. It's a support function to running our business.
It's there for us. We're not there for it.
Yeah, we cannot be at its beck and call.
And do you think that's where a lot of agents go wrong?
I think so. It's all too easy. Computer says yes, computer says no. Okay. And I hope I'm not infringing copyright when I say that.
No. Is there a third mistake that agents make?
I think for me, one of the third mistakes is it's probably not a mistake, it's probably a bit more of a frustration.
Go on.
And I think that's lack of really maximising the reporting in JUPIX. There's a lot of reporting functionality there, but I think a lot of agents shy away from it, purely and simply because they're not confident in the quality of the data that goes into it.
But that comes back to what you were saying before.
Exactly.
There's
a domino effect.
Is there a subject to the team actually filling the records in correctly? Is there any little reports in JUPIX that are little golden nuggets that you think people often miss but are just?
For me, the key one is the applicant analysis. And they don't use it because, again, it's reliant on the quality of the data that goes in. But what it can do very quickly is give you a really clear window on what the majority of your database is looking for.
Dino, you've been emotional. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.